sign my paychecks, buddy, you ain't no Mystic Sage. Your signature ain't worth the ink, you leave it on the page. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're heading towards the morning, and you can't stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Whoa, 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 whoa. Looking down your nose at me, you think you're something else. You must think I'm the dog that drools each time you ring the bell. Well, I am not your servant of its most unholy kind.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Nick Straight Studio. How's the volume on the microphone? If I'm up like that on it, seems to be okay. Am I getting some kind of weird... I'm getting some kind of weird something. Well, let's, Pardon me. I need to turn my microphone up. I think maybe if I just turn it up from right there, it'll be okay. And then, you know, of course, if I get way close up on it, then it's even better, but... Alright, so let's see. Point this up just a little bit more so you kind of get a little bit of me, a little bit of the guitar. Alright, let me get a drink of water. So, I know there's no one here yet, but, pardon me. I'm going to talk like there are people here already anyway, because, people might watch this in replay, so. Alright, so we're working on C, one of my songs. Today I'm going to be laying down some additional guitar tracks. Right now I'm using Stratterpillar, my Squier Classic Vibe 50s, highly modified Nick Straight Customs 1954 Stratocaster clone. And we're just going to play around for a little while and decide what to record. So let me go ahead and hike my pants back up. Okay, and this needs to go over here. One, two, three, four. So mostly what I'm going to be working on today, I think, is the guitar interlude in the middle. It's not really a guitar solo, but let's just see what happens.
Come step down from lies they told, and I will not regret as my life unfolds. Who knows what the future holds until we can see what you can find between the lines, learn what really lies behind the lines. And I bet you will find a better life. Look at all of these protest marchers go. We're a country at war. It's this fighting amongst ourselves that brings the battlefront to your door. And I could be the friend you never had, or I could be the end to your days gone bad. No one will lend a helping hand until they can see what you can find between the lines, learn what really lies behind the lines. And I bet you will find a better life. I'm tired of all this run around, tired of all the hate. I'm tired of all this sitting down, there's no time left to waste. I'm tired of empty promises of action you will take. I hope you will see what you can find between the lines, learn what really lies behind the lines. And I bet you will find a better life. See what you can find between the lines, learn what really lies behind the lines. And I bet you will find a better life, a better life. Could be the friend you never had, or I could be the end to your days gone bad. We'll lend a helping hand until they can see what you can find between the lines, learn what really lies behind the lines. And I bet you will find a better life. I'm tired of all this run around, tired of all the hate. I'm tired of all this sitting down, there's no time left to waste. I'm tired of empty promises of action you will take. And I hope you will see what you can find between the lines, learn what really lies behind the lines. And I bet you will find a better life.
take a look at something here real quick. Okay, maybe we'll make this kind of like a surf guitar. Move this a little bit this way. Okay. Let's really surf that out. Certainly not going to be good for the rhythm, but I think for when this guitar is just kind of isolated on its own, I think it'll sound pretty good. With that wet, drippy reverb on it.
I bet you will find a better life. All the hate, I'm tired of all the lies behind the lies. I bet you will find a better life.
I need to put a compressor on the voice, on the backup vocal. Let me throw a compressor in there real quick. Let's put it before the fader, so it's gonna be a pre-fader. Let's use the Very Moon. Which, man, that is really depressing that you guys can't see that. I'm looking down here on the preview, and you can't see the plugins that I'm working with. I would have to do like an actual screen share in order for you to see that. That is really sad. Darn it. Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo! What's up, Adudu? How you doing? What do you think of those woohoos? Things got weird at the end of the session last time. I don't know if you were around, but I was doing all kinds of weird like barbershop quartet stuff in here, and it was getting messed up. I deleted most of that. So unfortunately that was on the live stream and people did see it. So it's there for those who care to watch it. It was pretty frightening. Ace stuck by my side and tried to talk me through it, tried to talk me off the proverbial ledge. But yeah, it was wild. I got really tired, my blood sugar got really low, and I just went like crazy. And I started doing a whole bunch of stuff I'm not particularly proud of. So anyway, I've got a more stripped down version of the vocals on there, of the backup vocals, the harmonies. And I'll probably double those to give them a little bit more modulation and whatnot. But anyway, today what I'm really going to work on is getting the extra guitar parts on. I want the main lead guitar to you can always go back and watch it if you're really brave and you really feel like that's something that you want to do with your life. I don't not recommend it, but so I'm going to kind of accentuate some of the lead guitar's parts in here. I'm going to do it on a different guitar. That's a cool trick, is to play the same thing, but to play it on a different guitar. So I'm going to try a little bit of that, but then I'm also going to record a little instrumental guitar interlude in that quiet part, and see what... I don't know if you heard, I was kind of experimenting with it a little bit, but... and then that's going to be doubled with my ES335. So I'm going to go over that part a few more times just to make sure I got it solid.
Learn what really lies behind the lies. I bet you will find a better life.
Track 12. What was track 12? There's nothing on it. I'm going to delete it. What a mess this has become. Delete the selected track.
I bet you will find a better life.
Now I'm going to listen to it back.
I bet you will find a better life.
Okay, it's not super clean, but I'm gonna record. I'm gonna record over it. I don't know. You see what I'm doing, right? I mean, like, it makes sense. All right, let me put my 335 on. Okay. Costume change. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to double that part an octave higher on this guitar. I think. Okay, let's go ahead and split the back. I love this guitar so much. I can't even handle it. It's so good. It's such a good guitar. Okay, now I gotta. I don't know if I need the full-on surf reverb on this, but we'll find out. What do I do with my mouse? It's right here.
I bet you will find a better life.
You know what? I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna sit down for a little while. Always standing up. And so I can just put that right there. You guys should be able to hear me. And now I don't have to be up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down constantly. seriously, it really doesn't get much better than this guitar. It's I built it 2 years ago, and I still, every time I sit down and play it, it just floors me how good it sounds. Yeah, wow.
Really lies behind the lies. I bet you will find a better life. A better life. See what you can find between the lines. A better life. See what you can find between the lines.
Cool, good. I'm glad you like it. I like it too. Yeah, I'm going to have to extremely heavily compress these guitar parts to make sure that everything, every little note comes through, especially at the end. Hold on, let's listen to him soloed real quick. I'm gonna bring this track down here. Oh, you lost me. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I soloed it and it muted everything else. Okay, so I'm going to. Now I've got no reference. As to when to start. That's gonna have to be heavily compressed.
Living life behind the lies. A better life. Behind the lies.
Alright, let's go ahead and record it.
I bet you will find a better life.
Zaleski. Did I say that right? Zalewski. That's what it looks like to me. How you guys doing? Welcome to my studio. I don't think I've seen you guys. I don't think I've seen you guys in the stream yet. So let me introduce myself real quick. My name's Nick Straight. I'm a musician, obviously. Say it correctly on the first try. Oh, okay, good. Well, I'm very glad. I'm glad that worked out. It's a cool name. Anyway, I'm Nick Straight. I was in a band called Union Street for a long time. We were kind of semi-famous. If you lived in like the Pacific Northwest, like Washington and Oregon. That band ended about 7 or 8 years ago, something like that. And I've been on my own ever since. I'm recording my first solo album right now here in my studio, and I've been on Twitch for a while. I've been on Twitch for a few months, and I've done lots of stuff, mostly like live concerts. I'm also really into airplanes and video games, so I do a lot of flight sim streams and a lot of gaming streams as well. Oh, but a few weeks ago I decided I was going to try something new, and I was just going to leave the camera on in my studio as I'm recording my album. And it's been awesome. I have met so many awesome people from all over the world that have come and have hung out with me and spent lots and lots of hours watching me work on this album. I'm currently working on a track called C. It's a song I wrote about 15 years ago. I'm finally getting around to actually putting it on an album at this point. But anyway, I'm completely by myself at this point musically, so I play all the instruments. Everything that you hear is me. Nothing is synthesized or anything like that. I'm trying to record an album that sounds like it was recorded back in the 60s, so it's going to have a real vintage vibe, vintage sounding tunes on it, and then I'm going to do a lot of post-processing after everything is recorded, to kind of impart that old-fashioned vibe on the recordings. So the end product is hopefully going to sound like you're listening to it on vinyl. So anyway, what I'm doing right now is I'm recording some additional guitar parts. Specifically, I'm working on like a little guitar solo type thing in this quiet interlude. So anyway, yeah, this is a cool place to hang out. I don't know, are you guys musicians, or are you just into music? Either way, this is a cool place. There's a lot of cool people here. Feel free to use the chat with each other. Make sure you follow me. Make sure that you follow each other, because that's how we build a community here on Twitch. So anyway, I'm going to get back to work, but I'm always... Oh, cool, you're a producer and a rapper. That's awesome. That's very cool. I've got a couple of good friends that are into that as well. So that's very cool. Welcome to the stream. So like I said, I'm just going to work, but I'm always watching the chat. I've got it on my I've got a big, giant 42-inch monitor in my studio here that I watch my recording software and OBS on, so I'm watching the chat the whole time, so feel free to ask me questions while I'm working. It's been cool. It's been a nice way to get like a community vibe going with recording this album. It's cool. I've never had people like watch me work before, but it's like we're all feeding off each other's energy in here, and I think I'm making some of the best music I've ever made. So anyway, so I'm gonna get back to work. I'm gonna listen to what I just recorded, this little guitar interlude. See what I think of it. It might be something, it might be nothing, but we'll see. So let me make sure I'm deleting the right thing here. Delete. Yeah, and then every now and then I'll switch you guys over to this view so that you you know, can see what I'm doing. Like when I really start working on mixing and processing and stuff like that, you guys will be able to actually see in real time what I'm doing here. So I think that's a pretty cool feature. So for now, though, I'm going to go ahead and go back to this view, if you don't mind. Let's see. So let's go ahead and listen to what I just did. So, Marius or Marius? Marius or Marius? How do you say it? But are you, do you stream any of your work on Twitch, or do you have a YouTube, or is there a way that we can listen? Okay, now I forget which one I said first. Okay, I'm gonna do it again. Number 1 is Marius. Number 2 is Marius. 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 Cool. All right. So let's listen to this thing and see what I did here. It's about to get very loud. Thanks, Batman. That rocks. That rocks, especially that little kind of country jingle jangle at the end there. Cool. Thank you, Marius. Yeah. I gotta remember the second time I said Marius. Thank you for the link to your YouTube channel. Make sure you connect with me on YouTube there. It's good. It's, we got to stick together on every platform that we can. So there's also a link to my YouTube on my Twitch profile here. So subscribe to me there, and then I'll check you out and subscribe to you as well. And that way we're connected in 2 places. So I'll follow you here on Twitch too. All right. So let's see here. All right. Okay, I really want to accentuate the little twangy bits at the end, so I'm going to lay down a 3rd track over that really quick. Create a new track. Move source number 1 down here, number 2. And we'll go here. I'm going to come in the middle of this, and I'm just going to do the little twangly bit at the end. See that now. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I think that's good. The program that I'm using is Traction 7. It's complete freeware with no limitations. The plugins that it comes with are not great, which is to be expected with a free product. But I really like Traction's interface, and I have tons of super expensive plugins that I use with it. You know, a bunch of ESTs, mostly by Waves. Could you show your vocal processing real quick? Yeah, it's really clean right now. My vocal processing. I'll show you what I've done here real quick. Oh, hold on. Let me go back to this. Okay, so my 2 vocal tracks right now are, well, I've got 3 vocal tracks right now, and again, they're super clean. All that I'm doing is I've got an echo chamber, which is basically like a reverb bus. So the vocals are just going to the echo chamber. There's no other processing on them. The mic that I use is fantastic, so I try to not make any adjustments to it. That's this mic right here, the one that I'm using for narrating. This is also my main vocal mic. It's an MXL V67G. And I really like the way it sounds. It's not even close to the most expensive mic out there, but I love the way that it sounds with my voice. I feel like the way that this thing is EQ'd internally is perfect for my voice. So I don't really do a lot of vocal EQing, but I do a lot of trickery like they did back in the 60s. I do a lot of double tracking of my vocals. Let me solo those right now so you can hear. I also have to make sure that the track that has my microphone now on it soloed, so you can hear.
And everyone needs to stand up right now to this religion of spite. Just 1 or 2 words of wisdom can turn on a light.
And yeah, I mean, listen to how clean that is, and there's virtually no processing on it. That's just 2 separate vocal takes. One is panned all the way to the left, and one is panned all the way to the right in the stereo spectrum. If you're listening on good headphones, I'm broadcasting this in stereo, so you can hear it the way that I do. And then I've also got the harmony track. It's kind of a harmony that I'm trying out right now. It's not set in stone yet, so I haven't doubled it because I'm not sure I'm gonna stick with it or not. But you can hear that when that comes in.
When I could be the friend you never had, or I could be the end.
Let me go up here.
See what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lies. Now I bet you will find a better life.
Okay, so anyway, hopefully that kind of answers your question as far as what my vocal processing is. Again, I'm being real bare bones with this at this point. I will use compression. There will definitely be compression on it, but probably not a lot of EQ. Again, I'm trying to record this with a really vintage vibe. It doesn't sound anything like modern music, how cleanly it's processed. I'm like intentionally I'm leaving like white noise in here and stuff, and I'm using plugins that emulate actual tube analog equipment from the mid 1960s. It's part of the Waves Abbey Road package. I'm not using any of that right now. I don't have any of that on here right now. I'm just getting the clean tracks done. And you notice I've got tons of reverb on the voice, way more reverb than you hear these days. But back in the 60s, that's what they did. They drenched the voices with reverb. It's like they were coming out with all of these new toys, so they used as much of it as they could, you know, and it's like that's part of the characteristic sound of recording in the 60s was what they did have to use, they totally overused it. So yeah, so trust me, I'm going to compress the heck out of those vocals with a Fairchild 660 plugin. And then I'm just using a rough echo chamber right now, one that's really easy on my processor. When I go to do like the actual final mix and master, I'll use the Abbey Roads echo chamber plugin, which is an actual like IR response of the physical space of the actual echo chamber at Studio 2 at Abbey Roads, which was the echo chamber that the Beatles used basically their entire career. So so yeah, this is going to, and they didn't really have a lot of EQ back then. The desk that the Beatles plugged into, they had two EQ bands to adjust. They had 5,000 hertz, 10 decibels up or 10 decibels down, and they had 100 hertz, 10 decibels up or 10 decibels down. Can you believe that? That's all that they had. All of those freaking amazing albums were recorded without any kind of a modern EQ. So that's what I'm doing. I'm being very light on the EQ. I'm making sure that in recording, the tones that I'm getting from my instruments are not stepping on each other, you know. So I'm trying to, you know, because they didn't have all of the post-processing capabilities that we have now back then. So again, I'm trying to very faithfully emulate like a 1965, 1966 recording chain. So I don't know. I hope that answers your question. There will definitely be more processing done. I don't have it on there quite yet though. So anyway, why can't I hear my guitar? Because I turned the volume down. Yeah, cool. I'm glad that you find that interesting, because I can talk about that stuff for hours. I'm obsessed with vintage sound engineering. So I have lots of study into it. But as far as like trying to record an entire album that way, this is the first time that I've done that. So this is, you know, it's a fun challenge. And I'm glad that you guys are here to be a part of it as I'm working. So anyway, you know what? You guys have been sitting here with me. I know Adudu 8, I don't know, are you still here, Adudu? But he has been with me, this is probably the 6th 3-hour session that I've done on this song, and he's been here for almost the whole time, so he's heard this song a million times. I'm going to play it for you guys from the beginning, so you can hear what it is that I'm actually working with. Good, I'm glad you're still here, bud. You're a trooper. This is called C.
Come step down from your rainbow. Come step down from your heights. Bring what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines. And I bet you will find a better life. Look at all of these protest marchers go. We're a country at war. It's this fighting amongst ourselves that brings the battlefront to your door. Well, I could be the friend you never had, or I could be the end to your days gone bad. No one will lend a helping hand until they can see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines. And I bet you will find a better life. I'm tired of all this run around, tired of all the hate. I'm tired of all this sitting down. There's no time left to wait. I'm tired of empty promises of action you will take. I hope you will see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines. And I bet you will find a better life. See what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines. And I bet you will find a better life. A better life. A better life. Better life between the lines.
Anyway, that is C. Awesome. Thank you, Matt. I really appreciate that, and you too, Marius. I really I appreciate the input. Yeah, let's try that. Let's put one of the vocals right down the middle. That was another thing in the '60s. Like stereo was brand new, and they didn't have like variable spectrum stereo like we do now. They had all the way left, or all the way right, or straight down the middle. What they would normally do, and if you listen to, I always go back to the Beatles because they're kind of like the gold standard. The Beatles and Motown in the '60s are the gold standard. If you want to know anything about how music is made and um, how we got to where we are now, Motown and specifically the Beatles are where you need to look for studio technique. That those are my two favorite types of music in the world is the Beatles and Motown. That's all I listen to for the most part. So anyway, what they used to do, and if you listen back to those old recordings, especially in their original format, in their original stereo format, because I'm getting so ahead of myself. Mono was the standard back then. Even after stereo came out, most people's record players didn't output in stereo. So any of the big productions, mono was always the priority. So everything was mixed for mono first. Stereo was not used the way that it is now. Stereo was a novelty. So what they did was, if you listen, you will hear all the drums are all the way over on the left or all the way over on the right, and the bass will usually be on the same side as the drums, so you got the rhythm section glued together, but they're all on one side. If you put your hand in there so you can't hear one of them, it's like all of a sudden, if the bass and drums were in this ear, you won't hear them anymore because they're not over on the other side. So when they did stereo tracking back then, there was very little that was actually in the center. Even the voices were usually all on one side or the other. So when I'm starting out in here, and I'm trying to mix this way, I have things either in the center or I have them panned all the one way or the other. You'll notice that, you can't really see it because it's super small right now, but you will notice that virtually everything is all the way, there's nothing panned 50 or 60 or 70%. Everything is completely one way or the other. I've got the vocals right now. I've got one on each side. Let's pull one of those vocals to the middle. Let's pull the original one to the middle and see what that's like. Okay, so I'm putting the original lead vocal in the middle, and I'm leaving the double track all the way in the right channel. Let's see what that sounds like.
Down from your heights, bring your poor eyes to focus on what matters in life.
I'm gonna bounce it back to the left. Back to the middle now.
Everyone needs to stand up right now to this religion despite just one or two words of wisdom can turn on a light. And I will not forget the lies they told. And I will not regret as my life unfolds. Who knows what the future holds until we can see.
Yeah, definitely. That's cool. And then leaving the double track. Yeah, because I try when I double track, when I do like a true 60s double track, which is like what this is, I try to keep the two of them kind of far apart, because when you sing a true double track like that, if you get them too close together, you get too much of that modulation. So usually when I do a double track like that, I put them all the way to one side, and you kind of get like a center effect with less of the modulation. But I like how this sounds. I think that was a cool suggestion, just putting one of them in the middle and having one of them on the right. We get a little bit more of that modulation, but it's still a really clean vocal. So cool. See, that's why I like this. I like having community input into what I'm doing here. I think when we all work together as a team, we make a better product. Anyway, don't go anywhere. I will be right back. I gotta refill my water, and then we'll get back to work and chat some more. So I'll see you guys in just a minute, okay?
Don't you know you high-class social climbers play your game? sign my paychecks, buddy, you ain't no mystic sage. Your signature ain't worth the ink you leave upon the page. But you will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're heading towards the morning. And you can't stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Whoa, 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 whoa. Looking down your nose at me, you think you're something else. Must think I'm the dog that drools each time you ring the bell. Well, I am not your servant of its most unholy kind. I am just a messenger.
All right, see, I promised I'd be right back. Here I am. Oh, let's see. So, let me. Oh, my guitars are all super vintage too. This is, I should introduce my guitars. I'm also a mad guitar scientist. Nick Strait Customs is kind of like, Nick Strait Music is like my main business, but then Nick Strait Customs is my guitar modification business that I do as well. This is Dorothy. I built her out of an old Epiphone Dot. The only thing that is part of the original guitar is the wood. Basically, the wood and the frets. Everything else I sourced and built and wired myself. I'm a stickler for old school sounds, so this is built to the specifications of a 1958 Gibson ES335. I spent a long time tracking down all of the components for this, and this is pretty darn close to the real thing. And this is one of the sweetest sounding guitars I've ever heard. I'm not just saying that because I built it myself. I'm saying it because it's the truth. The 1958 Gibson ES335 is one of the sweetest sounding guitars ever made, so I built one. But yeah, you know, it's like I get that classic vintage vibe, that sound from, you know, having vintage type stuff. You know, my amplifier, you know, even though it's a new amplifier, it's modified to sound like an old Vox AC15 from the early 60s. And then the other guitar that I was recording with, I don't know if you guys were here earlier, but this is Straterpillar. This is my same story as with Dorothy. This is basically completely all rebuilt by hand by me. This is a 1954 Fender Stratocaster clone. Again, it's not an actual 1954, but I've got it built to 1954 specs, you know, down to the pickups are all wired and made out of the same materials that they had back then. And I wired it using a 1954 wiring diagram and everything. So they're very spot on instruments, and I'd put them up against the real thing just about any day. All right, so take a quick look over here. Oh, hey, my hire's here. How you doing, my hire? What am I doing? My God, what have I done? Am I not actually back? Do I just think I'm back and I'm not? Have I been talking all this time to no one? I don't know. All right. So, time to get back to work. All right, so I'm really digging. I am. I are back. Okay, so I want to mix these guitars down just a little bit so that they're not quite as loud. But then what I'm going to do is that little twangy country lick at the end. I recorded that separately on a separate track, so I can boost the volume of just that, so it'll hit really hard. So let's. I think that sounds pretty excellent. I think it sounds really good. I think I've almost got a song here. Oh, I was talking about stereo panning earlier. The only thing that is truly in stereo is my drum kit. Because I've got each individual piece panned to the way that it sounds from behind the kit. So like the hi-hat is panned way over here, the snare is panned almost center but not quite. You know, I got one of my crash cymbals panned about right here, and then the kick drum is panned right in the middle, and then I've got my toms panned from center heading around to the right, and I've got my ride all the way over on the right, and my other crash about right here. I think it's a really cool effect. So you actually, when you hear drum fills, you actually hear them go around your head. So I think it's pretty slick. So I think at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a clean harmony now. I think I'm good for guitars for right now. I don't know if I'm actually going to add a second lead guitar. You know, I'm not sure that it's necessary. So I'm going to shut my amp off. Put my guitar away. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Okay, so let's go ahead and back that off of me just a little bit. I feel like everybody's up in my bubble. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and sing some harmonies. So let me Okay, so I should have. Why I know I got echo chamber? Why can't I hear my echo chamber? Because I put the wrong thing up there. I put the wrong input on that track. It needs to be that one. Now it sounds like I'm singing in an echo chamber. Come step down from your rainbow. Come step down from your heights. Bring your poor eyes to focus on what matters in life. Everyone needs to stand up right now to this religion of spite. Just one or two words of wisdom can turn on the light. But I will not forget the lies they told. I will not regret as my life unfolds. Who knows what the future holds until we can see what you can find between lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines. I bet you will find a better life. Look at all of these protest marchers go. We're a country at war. It's this fighting amongst ourselves that brings the battlefront to your door. I could be the friend you never had, or I could be the end to your days gone bad. No one will lend a helping hand until they can see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines. And I bet you will find a better life. I'm tired of all this run around, tired of all the hate. I'm tired of all this sitting down. There's no time left to waste. I'm tired of empty promises of action you will take. I hope you will see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines. And I bet you will find a better life. See what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines. I bet you will find a better life. A better life. A better life.
the line. Between the lines.
I'm tapping my foot. That's one of the best parts of the whole song, is the harmony on that. A better life. That. And it sounded like garbage when I just did it. Well, try again. We're actually recording this time. I'm going to record it before I rehearsed it properly. Sometimes that's the motivation that you need.
Come step down from your rainbow. Come step down from your heights. Bring your poor eyes to fold.
Let's see if it sounds as bad as it sounded.
I bet you will find a better life, a better life, a better life, a better life. Dream of life.
I think I need new lead vocals. I think that when I sang them the other day, I'm just going to hit Command Decision and delete that. I'm going to delete the double. Well, I'm going to mute the double. I'm going to mute the backing track, the background vocal, and I'm just going to sing it again. I'm going to sing the lead vocal again.
Come step down from your rainbow. Come step down from your heights. Bring your poor eyes to focus on what matters in life. Everyone needs to stand up right now to this religion of spite. Just one or two words of wisdom to turn on the light. But I will not forget the lies they told, and I will not regret as my life unfolds. Who knows what the future holds until we can see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines. And I bet you will find a better life. Look at all of these protest marchers go. We're a country at war, and it's this fighting amongst ourselves that brings the battlefront to your door. And I could be the friend you never had, or I could be the end to your days gone bad. No one will lend a helping hand until they can see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines. And I bet you will find a better life. And I'm tired of all this run around, tired of all the hate. I'm tired of all this sitting down. There's no time left to wait. I'm tired of empty promises of action you will take. And I hope you will see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines. And I bet you will
think that was a solid take, but I am worried that I overloaded the mic a couple of times. I have been known to do that. I'm tired of all this run around. I'm tired of all the hate. And I'm tired of all this sitting down. There's no time left to waste. And I'm tired of empty promises of action you will take. It's all, and I will not a better life. And I bet you will find a better life. Not bad. That's about right the amount that I wanted to. You can hear that it overloads just a little bit in a couple of places. And with a microphone like this, you can do that, and it sounds good. It gets a little bit of grit, and you get a little bit of natural compression, but it's not digital clipping. It's actual the transistor in here actually compressing. So it's like a warmth. It's like a saturation, and that if you listen to Motown, that is like one of the sounds of the Motown vocals are running the mics just a little bit hot so that you got some of that warmth and a little bit of that scratch and saturation. This microphone does that. So I'm happy. I think this was a pretty clean take. I'm pretty happy with that, I think. So let's listen back. Yeah, that intro is so smooth. I love that. Oh, come step down from your rainbow. Oh, come step down from your heights. Move that back down here, so bring your poor eyes to focus on what matters in life. Everyone needs to stand up right now to this religion of spite. Just one or two words of wisdom could turn on the light. But I will not forget the lies they told, and I will not regret as my life unfolds. Who knows what the future holds until we can see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lies. And I bet you will find a better life. Look at all of these protest marchers go. We're a country at war, and it's this fighting amongst ourselves that brings the battlefront to your door. And I could be the friend you never had. I'm convinced that was a clean take. That was a very good take. I am going to do the double now. I've already got that running all the way over to the right. You should be able to hear that. Just in your right ear. All right, so let's go ahead and sing a double over that and get some real creaminess going. All right, let me see. Almost choked to death. See what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies. Okay. Learn what really lies behind the lies. Now I bet you will find. Okay. Yeah, I have to turn the input for the mic almost all the way down because I short out microphones with my lungs. The amount of air that I can contain inside of them. Okay. Step down from your rainbow. Come step down from your heights. Bring your poor eyes to focus on what matters in life. Turn on the light. But I will not forget the lies they told. And I will not regret as my life unfolds. Who knows what the future holds till we can see what you can find. Learn what really lies behind the lines. And I bet you will find a better life. Look at all of these protest marchers go. We're a country at war, and this is fighting amongst ourselves that brings the battlefront to your door. I could be the friend you never had, or I could be the end to your days gone bad. No one will lend a helping hand until they can see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies. And I bet you will find a better life. And I'm tired of all this run around. I'm tired of all the hate. And I'm tired of all this sitting down. There's no time left to wait. And I'm tired of empty promises. I hope you will see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines. And I bet you will find a better life. John Frusciante. Certainly I know John Frusciante from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. The Red Hot Chili Peppers were not the Red Hot Chili Peppers when John Frusciante left, and I'm so glad he's back now. Why do you ask? The kind of backing vocals he sings would perfectly fit this song. Oh yeah, he sings like real high, like falsettos usually, and that's part of the stuff that I was doing the other night. When I really got weird. Let's play around with some different harmonies, because I think those are the two most solid. Those are the two most solid vocal takes that I've done for this song in my life, I think. I'm extremely pleased with the way those sound. And the double is like right on. So it's a really powerful vocal, I think. So let me see what I can do about some harmonies. I think I know what I'm doing now. Do you have a song in mind in particular of the Chili Peppers that you can think of, like what exactly it is that you're thinking of? I'm going to eat a string cheese real quick. I have to keep my blood sugar up. I've been in a bad way the past few times I've done this. I have diabetes, so I say through a snicker, but yeah. So I have to eat pretty regularly. Lots of small meals keep my blood sugar even. And the past few sessions that I have been doing. What am I saying? The past few sessions I've been doing this, I've been going way too hard and way too long without food. So I've just decided that I'm. Oh, you too, Matt. Thanks. I'm glad that you were still here and still enjoying. I hope that I see you again. Thanks again for the follow, my friend. Take care. Okay. Bye-bye. Have a good night. So I've just decided that in order to keep myself alive, I'm going to eat during streams. Not to be rude, but I want to work. I want to hang out with you guys, but I also don't want to die. So, okay, that link is only his part. Let me pull it up and listen to it really quick. I don't think you guys can see or hear what I'm doing right now. This isn't part of my my OBS broadcast, what I'm doing right now. I'm sure you can still see me, but you can't see what I'm doing on my screen. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love that stuff. That is kind of what I was doing on this the other night. That is kind of what I was doing. Da, 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 da. Well, my viewers are dropping like flies, so shall I start tap dancing? What is it you guys want? No, I know that I realize that a lot of people that are watching me at this time are on the other side of the world and it's bedtime. I get it. Totally. So let me see. Use that as some inspiration.
Well, come step down from your rainbow. Come step down from your heights. Bring your poor eyes to focus on what matters in life. Everyone needs to stand up right now to this religion despite just one or two words of wisdom could turn on the light. And I will not forget the lies they told, and I will not regret as my life unfolds. Who knows what the future holds till we can see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines. And I bet you will find a better life. Look at all of these protest marchers go. We're a country at war, and it's this fighting amongst ourselves that brings the battlefront to your door. And I could be the friend you never had, or I could be the end to your days gone bad. No one will lend a helping hand till they can see.
So is that kind of what you were talking about? Because I think that's awesome. I'm excited. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought to put those in actually in the verse. I think we're onto something now. Especially when they're doubled. They're going to be freaking amazing. Okay, I'm going to record that this time.
Step down from your rainbow. Come step down from your heights. Bring your poor eyes to focus on what matters in life. Everyone needs to stand up right now to this religion despite light. And I will not forget the lies they told. And I will not regret as my life unfolds. Who knows what the future holds till we can see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lies. And I bet you will find a better life. Look at all of these protest marchers go. We're a country at war. I also need to turn that track up a little bit because it's kind of quiet. I can always fix it later, but I like to record.
Proper volume.
Oh, come step down from your rainbow. Oh, come step down from your heights. Bring your poor eyes to focus on what matters in life. Everyone needs to stand up right now to this religion despite just one or two words of wisdom could turn on the light. And I will not forget the lies they told. And I will not regret as my life unfolds. Who knows what the future holds till we can see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lies. And I bet you will find a better life. Look at all of these protest marchers go. We're a country at war, and it's this fighting amongst ourselves that brings the battlefront to your door. And I could be the friend you never had, or I could be the end to your days gone bad. But no one will lend a helping hand until they can see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines. And I bet you will find a better life. Now I'm tired of all this run around, tired of all the hate. I'm tired of all this sitting down. There's no time left to wait. I'm tired of empty promises of action you will take. I hope you will see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines. And I bet you will find a better life. really like behind the lines. And I bet you will find a better life, a better life, a better life, a better life. Between the lines.
Awesome. Very cool. I want to double that like right away, basically. Let's create a new track. Yeah, I don't know about the ooze that I did in the middle section there. Let me listen to it real quick. That's awesome, actually.
See what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines. And I bet you will find a better life.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm totally into this. Okay, let me make a new patch to my echo chamber. Auxiliary send and send to echo chamber. So now we got the echo, but that's too much echo. Let's turn the echo down just a little bit. I mean, we do want it to be a fairly intense echo, but okay, let's just go right into it. Let's just record a double for that. I think this is gonna be awesome. Proper volume.
Come step down from your rainbow. Come step down from your heights. Bring your poor eyes to focus on what matters in life. Everyone needs to stand up right now to this religion despite just one or two words of wisdom could turn on the light. But I will not forget the lies they told, and I will not regret as my life unfolds. Who knows what the future holds till we can see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines. And I bet you will find a better life. Look at all of these protest marchers go. We're a country at war, and it's this fighting amongst ourselves that brings the battlefront to your door. And I could be the friend you never had, or I could be the end to your days gone bad. and I bet you will find a better life. Now I'm tired of all this run around, I'm tired of all the hate. I'm tired of all this sitting down, there's no time left to wait. Now I'm tired of empty promises of action you will take. Now I hope you will see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines. Now I bet you will find a better life. What you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines. And I bet you will find a better life. A better life. A better life. Better life between the lines. Well, listen to the crap out of this song. That's really cool. I'm very glad. Okay, let's have a listen, and I'll do like a little preliminary mixing on it here, so that, come on, I need you to come down to this track there, so I can get rid of the reverb. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I'll do a little primary mixing on the vocals. So what I'm going to do, I panned the double track to the right, so I'm going to pan the double track of the harmony to the left. So we'll have one of each right down the center, but then we'll have a very distinct double of the main vocal on the right and a very distinct harmony on the left. So it'll be a nice big, it'll be a big vocal sound. Proper volume. It'll be all the way across the stereo spectrum. Oh, come step down from your rainbow. Oh, come step down from your heights. Bring your poor eyes to focus on what matters in life. Everyone needs to stand up right now to this religion despite. Just one or two words of wisdom could turn on the light. But I will not forget the lies they told, and I will not regret as my life unfolds. Who knows what the future holds until we can see what really lies behind the lies. And I bet you will find a better life. Look at all of these protest marchers go. We're a country at war, and it's this fighting amongst ourselves that brings the battlefront to your door. And I could be the friend you never had, or I could be the end to your days gone bad. No one will lend a helping hand until they can see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines. And I bet you will find a better life. Now I'm tired of all this run around, I'm tired of all the hate. I'm tired of all this sitting down, there's no time left to wait. I'm tired of empty promises of action you will take. I hope you will see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines. I bet you will find a better life. What you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines. And I bet you will find a better life. A better life. A better life. Better life between the lines.
Woohoo! Yeah. Yeah, the harmony tracks will have to be cleaned up. I'm probably going to have to do them several more times to get them just right. But this was a good proof of concept. Yeah, what a good idea. That was a good idea. I knew it needed something. I knew it needed something in there. So, thank you for that. That's awesome. I did have to compress. I had to put, while we were listening to it, I had to put a compressor on those vocals to kind of rein in the dynamic range just a little bit, because the quiet parts were too quiet and the loud parts were too loud, so I had to put a compressor on there to kind of fix that. I want to listen to it one more time now that it's properly compressed. So here we go. I'm not going to touch anything this time. We're just going to listen to it. Proper volume.
Come step down from your rainbow. Come step down from your heights. Bring your poor eyes to focus on what matters in life. Everyone needs to stand up right now to this religion of spite. Just one or two words of wisdom could turn on the light. And I will not forget the lies they told, and I will not regret as my life unfolds. Who knows what the future holds until we can see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines, and I bet you will find a better life. Look at all of these protest marchers go. We're a country at war, and it's this fighting amongst ourselves that brings the battlefront to your door. And I could be the friend you never had, or I could be the end to your days gone bad. No one will lend a helping hand until they can see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines, and I bet you will find a better life. Now I'm tired of all this run around, I'm tired of all the hate. I'm tired of all this sitting down, there's no time left to wait. I'm tired of empty promises, what action you will take. I hope you will see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines, and I bet you will find a better life. What you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines, and I bet you will find a better life, a better life, a better life. Better life between the lines.
Yeah, that's one of those songs that it's like even though the takes aren't all perfect. I mean, there's mistakes in there. It's just the vibe and the flow of it is like it's there. It's there, and that's exactly That's exactly where we need to be at this point. So now I get to start thinking about what needs to be re-recorded, and what needs to stay the way it is. Because again, now that the vibe of the song is good, best words of wisdom that I ever heard when it comes to mixing is when your foot starts tapping and you start smiling, you're more than halfway there. And it's like, when you get to that point, you're almost done. So yeah, so I'm going to re-record some of these tracks, the ones where I think that there are noticeable flubs or mistakes that I don't like. But if those takes, if they detract from the vibe that we're feeling right now, I'm not going to use them. I'm going to stick with the original ones, even if I feel like it has a mistake in it or something. Because again, you know, this is supposed to be organic. I don't want this to be. That's why I'm not working with a record label, is because I don't want something super polished. You know, I want something that's authentic and organic, warts and all. You know, that's how music used to be made. You know, it wasn't perfect. The Beatles' music is riddled with mistakes and weird anomalies and stuff like that. It's, by today's standards, it was pretty poorly produced music, actually. But it was the magic that was captured. It was the vibe. If they had a take that had the right vibe, that's the one that they went with, whether there was a mistake in there or not. And there's all kinds of mistakes. And, you know, it's like, you know, they're like the gold standard that most people quote, or, you know, compare themselves to, maybe not stylistically, but when it comes to you know, the actual recording process itself. You know, that's kind of like the blueprint for, you know, what is the right way to do it. but it's been distorted since then, man. You know, I mean, it's been, you know, as more technology has come in, and we've got, you know, we've got auto-tune and all that kind of stuff, which there's definitely a place for that, man. You can use that artistically. You know, there are some producers and beat makers out there that they use auto-tune. They use it as an artistic device. And I think that's a beautiful sound. But it's like, you know, when you're using it and when you're using technology to what am I trying to say here? I'm like up on my soapbox right now. When you're trying to use technology to make something better that doesn't sound good in the first place, it's like you're not making music anymore. So anyway, my head is all jumbled up and full of tangents and everything right now, but I feel good about what I'm doing here, and I like that it is that it's kind of dirty and gritty, and I'm actually going to make it dirtier and grittier on purpose. You know, I want it to be real. I want it to be exactly what it is, and I don't want it polished. I don't want everything to be pristine. I want it to be a little bit dirty, and I want it to be emotive. I want it to make people feel things. I want it to be something that's enjoyable to listen to, and I want it to be music that makes people think. Think about their own lives and what they want to get out of them. So I feel really good, especially about what has been done today. I feel like this is really, really to the point where I don't need to add anything else. I don't think that I need to add a second. I don't think I need to add a second guitar. I think that might be overkill. I think the Foo Fighters did an album on old tapes to get the feeling. Oh, yeah. Dave Grohl is totally into that. Did you know the first Foo Fighters album he recorded entirely himself? He's the only person that played on that album. He played all the instruments. He did with that first album, like the album that had Everlong on it. That first album of the Foo Fighters was recorded before the Foo Fighters existed. He recorded that all by himself. So I've got, there's a lot of inspiration that comes from that. And yeah, Dave Grohl and John Frusciante, actually, he only records on tape. He only records, like his solo stuff, he's a big stickler about that. He owns a lot of vintage studio equipment, and that's what he records his stuff on. Is he records on old tube and tape machines. So music is so cool, man. It's really, really cool. All right, so let's see here. So that was great. Batmat, did you come back? It showed that you dropped out of the chat, and it looks like you came back. Did you come back? Are you back? Anyway, yeah, the Foo Fighters they're an awesome band. I love their sound, and I love Dave Grohl. I think he is he's a good example of what a rock star can be without being a total sellout. Let's see here. Okay, so I think I could sit here and just start twiddling with it. Your idea about how songs can be polished too much. Oh, hey Ace, how you doing, my friend? I think we're at a good place with this. I think we're nearing the end of tracking, which is the actual recording of the tracks. We are probably in the next session or two, we can move like solely into the mixing phase, because I'm pretty darn satisfied. With the vibe. But again, I'm going to go back and I'm going to try to correct a couple of these tracks where I feel like I made some mistakes. Mostly like the drums and bass. I'm a real stickler about my rhythm section. I really feel like those have got to be perfect, and they're pretty darn close. They're pretty darn close here. I am relatively happy. Is this something that if somebody said to me, you can do nothing else with this and you have to release it and it has to go on the radio now, I would be proud. I would be proud of this. It's, again, I've still got some things that I want to do. Me as an artist, me as a music listener, is very happy with it. But me as an me as an artist, I've still got a couple things that I want to nitpick about it. But from a listenability standpoint, I think this is really good. I'm really happy with it. And again, you guys have given me a lot of great input. So you guys are definitely part of this. And it's like this is just one song. This is just one song. This album is going to have 10 or 12 tracks on it. So, yeah, there's so much potential for this. There's so much potential for this. And this format of recording the album in real time, I think it's so cool. There's such a good energy that comes from it. And you guys even see me on my bad days. Like my last session, I was completely out of my mind. I was doing all kinds of terrible things that I should not have been doing. But it's all there. I'm not deleting the video. It's all there. Anybody that wants to go back and watch it, you'll be able to see my good days in the studio and my bad days in the studio. So, anyway. Well, do we want to listen to it one more time before I sign off here, just so we can kind of bask in its glory again? I'm gonna turn the backing vocals down just a few dBs again. Let's listen to it one more time, and then let's all move on with our lives for the night. Here we go. Proper volume.
Come step down from your rainbow. Come step down from your heights. Bring your poor eyes to focus on what matters in life. Everyone needs to stand up right now to this religion despite just one or two words of wisdom could turn on the light. But I will not forget the lies they told, and I will not regret as my life unfolds. Who knows what the future holds until we can see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines. And I bet you will find a better life. Look at all of these protest marchers go. We're a country at war, and it's this fighting amongst ourselves that brings the battlefront to your door. And I could be the friend you never had, or I could be the end to your days gone bad. No one will lend a helping hand until they can see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines. And I bet you will find a better life. Now I'm tired of all this run around, I'm tired of all the hate. I'm tired of all this sitting down, there's no time left to wait. I'm tired of empty promises of action you will take. I hope you will see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies climbing heights, I bet you will find a better life. What you can find between the heights, learn what really lies behind the heights, and I bet you will find a better life, a better life, a better life. Better life between the heights.
Dude, I'm happy with that. Yeah, thanks, Ace. No, I definitely feel like it's a winner. Well, the other song is gonna be stuff that you made in the past, like this song. It's gonna be kind of a mixture of older songs, and some newer stuff. I was really, really prolific as a songwriter between the ages of like 15 and 27. I wrote many, many albums worth of material. So I'm definitely pulling from that. Haven't been as prolific the past 10 years or so. But I've got enough new material that there'll be a nice variety on the album. You know, not every song is going to sound the same, you know, because they're from different eras of my life. Yeah, and I've been waiting forever to do this. I'm 38 years old, and I have been waiting. I've been waiting for forever. I've been waiting my whole life to finally make this. You know, and to have it, you know, my way. My way with input from good people that like music. Yeah, this song is called C. It's simply called C. And as with a lot of my old songs, it has had some lyric updates over the years. I wrote C. I think I wrote that in 2006 or 2007. This particular song, and it's been through. Like I said, it's been through it. I mean, it's been played live very very many times in lots of different ways. But yeah, it is very current. I tweaked some of. I gave the lyrics their final tweak this summer. When stuff really started to go down here. And a lot of my other music is about that kind of stuff too. So I think now is the time for this album. You know, I don't think it's a coincidence that the stars in my life haven't aligned until just now to make this happen. I think that it is, you know, whatever it is that you believe in out there in the universe, I think that um, that for me, um, I think now is the right time, and I just happen to have the resources and the time and the motivation um, to get this done. So I think um, I think this is going to be a really good album. I really think it is. And again, I don't know if I'm going to. I don't know if I'm going to stream the creation of every song on the album. Um, this does definitely. Well, I don't know. As good as this has turned out with the input from you guys, maybe I better do all of them um, on a stream. Um, maybe I'd better. I don't know. But then it's like everybody will have heard the album, and it's like there's no there's no surprise left at that point, and I want it to be surprising. Um, I don't want to show my full hand, but anyway, that's all. Um, neither here nor there. That's all a bunch of hypothetical speaking right now. What matters is I've got C, and I've got the vibe just right. I'm going to go back through and try to fix a couple of things. But again, like I said, if my fixes in any way, shape, or form detract from or otherwise do not enhance the vibe I've got going right now, I'm going to use what I've already got. Because I think I think this is some excellent work. But anyway, okay, so thank you guys again for hanging with me for hours and hours and hours. I don't know how you do it. I generally have a hard time spending that much time with myself, but I really thank you guys for hanging out and being a part of this project. It means a lot. I know I say that every time, but I'm really really digging this. It's good for my creative juices. So anyway, I think we'll leave it as it is for tonight. And again, I don't touch these things when you guys aren't here. I don't mess with these unless I'm in a stream. You know, it's like I want these to be done. I want there to be documentation. I want everybody to be able to see being made from start to finish. You know, at least this one's on. So anyway, good night, Ace. Again, yeah, thanks for stopping by, man. It means a lot. And we'll see you next time. I'll probably be on again in a couple days. But anyway, yeah, so we'll leave it as it is. And we will I think we'll pick up right here where we left off in a couple days. So let's see here. Before I sign off, want to give a shout out and a welcome to the stream to my new followers today. Bat Matt and I'm not comfortable saying this on the stream because I think it's a little. Whoever this is, you might not mean it that way, but it's a little suggestive. Anyway, and then the other nice people that we met today. Let's see. Maria Seliski. And is that it? As far as new people that we met in the chat today? There were a lot of viewers, but not everyone chatted. That's okay. That's okay. You're more than welcome to watch. It doesn't mean that you have to chat. We're glad you're here anyway. So anyway, and of course, special thanks as always to the regulars that stopped by. Adudu8, thanks for the John Frusciante inspiration. That helped a lot. Ace, otherwise known as Smoke Me a Kipper, always good to see you. I appreciate your ear on these all the time. I think you and I we're brothers from the same generation musically. So always good to have you here. I know My Hire was here. Saw you in the list, but didn't see you in the chat. But we're good friends. Glad you stopped in for a while. To anyone that I missed, I'm really sorry, but I love you just the same. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thanks to everyone who did and who is still watching live. Thanks to those of you that will watch this in replay. Good night, Adudu. Good to see you, my friend. We'll see you next time. But everybody who watches this in replay, thank you for watching. Anyway, to those of you that don't know me yet, my name's Nick Straight. I'm a musician, recording my first solo album in real time here on Twitch. I also love airplanes and video games, incidentally, and I stream a bit of that too. So if you liked what you saw tonight, please consider giving me a follow. I would really appreciate it. If you didn't like what you saw tonight, that's okay. I do a lot of other stuff, so move on over to my Twitch channel and have a look around for a few minutes. See if there's something else there that you do enjoy, and then consider giving me a follow. While you're at it, if you don't mind, follow the link in my profile on my Twitch channel to my YouTube channel. This is really important because Twitch, as we know, graciously holds on to our videos for us, but only for 2 weeks. So if you want to watch a replay of one of my streams, you've only got 2 weeks to do it. But another awesome thing that Twitch does for us is they allow us to export our streams to our YouTube channels effortlessly. So they have a home for all eternity on YouTube. I'm assuming YouTube is eternal. No one has told me otherwise yet. So they should live there forever. So my point being, if you subscribe to me on YouTube and hit the bell icon so that you get notifications, that means that you'll know right where to go if you missed something, because it'll be on my YouTube. Even after it, falls off of Twitch after 14 days, it'll always be there on my YouTube. So you can always go there and find my stuff as well. So anyway, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I should say to you guys. I think that's it. So again, it was a lot of fun. We got a lot of good music recorded tonight. Appreciate you guys being here, and we will definitely do this again. That goes without saying, because we've been doing this a lot lately. And we will continue to do so because it's a lot of fun. And yeah, I just love hanging out with you guys. So thanks again for stopping by. So I will say, I love you all dearly. Please wash your hands, wear your mask. We love you, and we want you to be around for as long as possible. So please take care of yourself. Take care of those around you. Take care of the people that you love. Take care of your friends and neighbors. Take care of and love each other. with that being said, peace, love, joy, and happiness to you all. I love you very much. Good night.
Attention, all you high-class social climbers, play your games. Meet the man that works the clock.